Hi, this is Justin Bevins with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and the Bevins Group, and in today's video we're going to talk about the things that a seller should never say when showing their home to a potential buyer or a buyer's agent. So sometimes as a seller you end up opening the door for a buyer's agent and their buyers and letting them to a house. Some sellers want to be present when their home's being shown. It's not generally a good idea, but it does happen. So what I want to talk about is things you should never say to that buyer or that buyer's agent. Now they're going to ask you questions potentially, and they might be innocent questions. They could be fishing for information. If it's a very savvy real estate agent, they could be trying to get information from you that gives their buyer an advantage in the negotiating process when they go to submit that purchase agreement. So they could ask you things like, what's the current sales price? What's the length of time the home has been up for sale? Why are you selling? What are your neighbors' houses selling for? Have you made any price reductions? What's wrong with the home? How many offers have you received? How quickly would you like to close? And some of these questions, the buyer's agent should know, because a lot of that information is in the printout that they typically bring with them to view the home. The buyer, if they're asking you those questions, they may not know all those things. But anyway, you have to be careful, because anything that you say can be held against you when that first purchase agreement comes over. So the best thing to do is just say, please ask my agent. If they're asking you how quickly would you like to sell, please ask my agent. If they're asking you how many offers have you had, please talk to my agent. That's always the best thing to say. Let the agents work it out. That's what you're paying your listing agent to do, is to negotiate on your behalf in such a way that's going to benefit you. And you certainly don't want to say anything that could put you at a disadvantage or give the buyer or their agent any indication about how desperate you might be to sell or what your motivation might be or anything like that. So just remember, if you end up showing the home, opening the door for a buyer's agent and their buyer, or if you're going to be present during the showings, just mum's the word. Don't have too many discussions with them about anything that has to do with the price of the house, the marketing of the house, the condition of the house. You can tell them you have great neighbors if that's the case, and a great neighborhood, and you grew up there and your kids had a great time going to school and playing in the neighborhood. Those are great things to share, but don't share anything that could potentially compromise your negotiation position. So hopefully that was a helpful video. My name's Justin Bevins with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and the Bevins Group. Thanks.